Like a lot of bag lovers on YouTube, I also really love jewelry and watches. I find that if I'm really focused on bags, my interest in jewelry and watches kind of take a back seat. So that's what happened in 2025 when I first started this channel. But this year, things have shifted a little and my interest is back on jewelry and watches. So if you've seen some of my other videos, you can tell that, my collection of watches and jewelry pieces have increased quite a bit since the start of 2026. This is another batch of unboxings of jewelry items that I got just recently. And hi, if you're new here, my name is Elaine, and on this channel, I usually talk about bags from mid-range to vintage luxury. But today I'm going to be talking about jewelry and a watch. And just like my interest in bags, they run from vintage luxury to mid-range. So it is actually quite a mix of that as well in these 3 boxes. So without further ado, let's start. So first I'm going to start with what I got from Hermes. So this I actually got from the RealReal. I had a promo code for about $100 off, and so I got it for about $1,000, which is pretty good considering these go for I think $1,800 now. So I don't know if you can tell from the box, but it is a pair of earrings. And so these are pretty standard. I feel like you see them quite a bit everywhere. These are the Farandole studs in rose gold, 18 karat rose gold. I've always been wanting the Farandole earrings because I do also have the ring, which I'm not wearing today. I feel like when I go to Hermes, especially if it's a new location where they don't really know me, it's kind of nice to have Hermes jewelry on along with an Hermes watch. I feel like they kind of take you a little more seriously. And plus it doesn't hurt. So, it's a chance for you to wear your Hermes things out. Personally, I probably will not buy this in store. I'm sure someone bought this as sort of their pre-spend. See a lot of these go on the RealReal because I do think a lot of people buy it for the pre-spend. But, I'm not playing that game this year. I don't know if I ever will. So don't really care. I just like Hermes jewelry for half off, basically. I do have pierced ears. I don't usually wear earrings because for a while, I realized that I have like eczema, so it irritates my ears, even if it's 14 karat gold. But in general, if I just leave it in there for a long time, my ears will start getting irritated. So I've come to realize that for me, earrings will have to be sort of a special occasion thing. But I guess I am sort of on an earrings kick because I did get another earring set or another pair of earrings from the RealReal. This one is from a brand called Sarah Weinstock. I've heard of them here and there. I feel like they may be out of LA, but this one looks very old. I mean, this box has seen better days, but the earrings that I got, ooh, and they don't quite fit. So I don't know how they did it in here, but they're these Aurora Illusion Huggies. This one is in a teardrop shape, which they don't have currently on their website. They are 18 karat gold, yellow gold, and I got these for about $9.50, and on the website they go for $3,000. It was on clearance basically on the RealReal. Like I said in past videos, the RealReal is sort of my go-to when it comes to jewelry because I do know that at least for the jewelry items, a GIA specialist has gone through it, tested the metals, tested the gemstones. I've also sold items to the RealReal where they've come back and they said, hey, this is not a real gemstone, it's synthetic. It actually came from quince. But anyways, so I trust the RealReal on that. Those Huggies work great. They're on the small side, but it works out fine. And this box here is Seiko. It is my second Seiko watch. So my first one, I talk about in my watch collection, I got in Japan. It is basically their bottom line mechanical watch. It's the Seiko 5 series. This is the next tier up in a sense. This is in the 500 price range, and I actually got this for just about 500. I found this one on eBay. It is the Seiko Presage Cocktail Time. And so this is sort of like their blue Malibu. It's like an icy blue. I almost dropped it. And it is quite large on my wrist actually. And I still have yet to size it. I'm waiting on the sizing kit because unlike Rolex, Seiko has those pin and needles, so I have to hammer it out. It is in the 30 millimeter size, so it is actually on the bigger end for my wrist. Quite large, but yeah, I really like the icy blue color. It's kind of a fun watch, and for $500 with, very small diamond markers, I think you're getting a good deal out of it. I know in the watch community, the cocktail time is talked about quite a bit. Automatic movement, It works very well. Of course, bracelet's still jingly jangly, but I think compared to the Seiko 5, it actually is a lot better. I'm now keeping my watches here for easy access, but my Seiko, this is the Seiko 5, and so the jingly jangly, does it sound about the same? It probably sounds about the same, but feel-wise, this feels a lot sturdier. So for almost double the price, I do think you are getting a higher quality material in the bracelet. I love both of these. The Seiko 5 will always have a special place in my heart because I got it in Japan, and I do really like that green dial. But yeah, so now I have 2 Seiko watches, and I'm actually considering getting a Grand Seiko. I do want to see sort of what's the top of the line. Yeah, I mean, once I get into something, I really get into something, right? So, oh, and if you're curious, wrist check today, I am wearing my two-tone Datejust from Rolex. I did actually just watch a vintage Rolex educational video on YouTube where they said, you know, you don't want your Rolex to be like this, and you don't want your vintage Rolex to be like that. And basically my vintage Rolex is all of those things, which is not a great bracelet and kind of toothpick lugs, but you know what? That's why I got it for a good price. Anyways, and oh, last but not least is I'm actually already wearing it, and I have been wearing it for a while. So it is this Xiaomi ring, Xiaomi. I will have to look up how to say that, but it is their Lines, Lines, It is Xiaomi is a French brand. They're really well known for their sort of hexagonal bee motif rings where they stack and they interlock, and it looks really cool, and I have been interested in those as well. But I actually got my rose gold Lines ring down here, this one first off of Brandier for like, I think it was like $600-700, which is a pretty good deal because these go up to $3,000. And then I saw this white gold Xiaomi ring on the Real for $790. Of course, there's tax and all that shipping, but you know, still compared to $3,000, it's a great deal. So now I have it stacked. I do like the mixed metal look. Obviously, I have all mixed metals here. I think for this hand, it kind of adds a nice dimension. They're very comfortable rings. I think if I were to get one more ring to kind of complete my current stack, I do want a mini Coco Crush in white gold to kind of layer with that. But I am currently loving my small Coco Crush ring with diamonds. I got that for my birthday, if you haven't checked out my birthday haul, which was also a watch. I got this watch and jewelry haul. I'm actually wearing everything that I got on my birthday, so I think I got some good presents. Not like last year where I got the Belvedere from Goyard and I never used it, sold it at a loss. So yeah, that was unfortunate. But anyways, that's it for my little luxury haul of jewelry and a watch. Let me know what you think. Do you want more of these types of videos? Should I just stick with bags? Very interested to hear what you say. And if you like this video, I would kindly ask if you could like or subscribe. It really helps support this channel. And otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Bye.